Hi and welcome to our movie recap channel. Today I'm going to explain the movie called Before I Awake. Released in the year 2016. Explaining every scene as it happens. Watch till the end, and please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this. In the beginning of the film, a man stands armed in a room in the middle of the night. Intending to shoot a sleeping child, he aims the gun. Suddenly, the door to the room opens, and the man shoots in the other direction. The sound of gunfire wakes up the child, named Cody. The man, still in his position, starts crying. Later, a couple named Mark Hobson and Jesse Hobson show up at an orphanage, where they meet Natalie, a social worker. They learn about Cody, an 8-year-old boy. Natalie informs them about Cody's mother, who died when he was 3 years old. However, Cody has already been adopted by 2 families, one of which abandoned him. Natalie found Cody alone in an apartment for about a month, and the other family was deemed unsuitable for him. The social worker convinced the Hobsons that Cody was the only suitable child for them. Once they agree, the Hobsons arrive at their home and start making arrangements. Mark fixes a stand beside the bathtub. This scene holds common significance within the story. Mark then puts away pictures of their own child they once had. However, Jesse tells Mark to leave the big family frame on the wall as a remembrance of their past. Later on, Jesse sits in a meeting with colleagues discussing their tragedies. When it's Jesse's turn, she shares about having a child. Peter, seemingly conducting the meeting, asks Jesse and Mark about their present condition and the tragedy of losing their child. However, Jesse answers by treating it as a different experience. She acknowledges that marital differences are common, but she struggles to find a way to fix their problems. Later the same night, Jesse cannot sleep well. She goes to the bathroom where Mark had installed the stand, and reflects on a child drowning in the tub. It is their own child that they had. She holds the bar, embarrassed, wondering if it could have been placed there when needed the most. Jesse's imagination overwhelms her, and eventually, she walks out of the bathroom. Anyway, Cody arrives at their home the next day with Natalie. He visits the home, and the family tells him about the house and his room, asking if he wants to request any changes. Upon seeing the curtains in his room with butterflies, Natalie tells the Hobsons about Cody's passion for collecting butterflies. So, at night, when Cody is left alone in his room to sleep, he takes out his book of butterflies and spends the night staying awake. In the morning, Mark enrolls Cody in a school. Upon returning home, Cody takes a bath. Jesse and Mark ensure that he is fine, reflecting on their own child who drowned due to their carelessness. Meanwhile, Jesse goes into Cody's room and sees his box. She notices Cody has pills to keep him awake. Jesse wonders why Cody would need these. So, at night, Cody tells Jesse about the canker man he sees whenever he sleeps. He takes stimulants to stay awake, mentioning that his own mother was eaten by the canker man. Jesse tries to divert Cody's mind, telling him that now he is in a new house, nothing will bother him. But Cody insists that the canker man tells him it will always stay with him. Additionally, when Jesse and Mark are watching TV in the living room, they see colorful butterflies appearing out of nowhere throughout the room. Mark tries catching them for Cody since he likes butterflies. However, one of the butterflies bites Jesse on her finger. Suddenly, all the butterflies disappear, shocking both Jesse and Mark at what they have witnessed. She sees a boy running beside her, thinking it's someone similar to Cody. However, Cody is sleeping in his bed. The next day, Cody meets Annie in school, who becomes his friend. She helps Cody with his drawing, which is of a butterfly. Days and nights pass, and the story revolves around Cody and the Hobsons. Cody comes back home and looks at a picture of the Hobsons with their son, asking about the young boy in the picture. Mark introduces the boy as his son named Sean, explaining to Cody that he is no longer alive. Cody goes to bed and sleeps, while the Hobsons once again witness butterflies. However, this time, they see Sean appearing in front of them, which shocks them. They both become so overwhelmed by witnessing Sean, Jesse hugs him, but as Cody wakes up, Sean quickly disappears. Cody reveals his dreams the next morning, apologizing and promising not to do it again. Jesse realizes the connection of Cody with his dreams and wonders if she can use him to fulfill her desires. Later, Mark and Cody are playing a video game. Jesse comes and asks Cody if he wishes to see Sean. Jesse plays videos, and they all sit together. However, Jesse's intention is to show Sean to Cody so she can witness Sean again. As night falls, Jesse puts Cody to sleep and anxiously awaits. They see glowing butterflies and a Christmas tree, as shown to Cody in the video. Just as Sean arrives, Jesse's heart melts, and she sits beside him. Meanwhile, on the other side, Cody's nightmare, the canker man, comes, telling Cody he is always with him, and Cody suddenly wakes up. The next day, Cody is drawing a horror creature in school. When asked by Annie, he says it's the canker man, and cutting it while drawing will make it stay away from him. Annie looks frightened, but she lets Cody be. Mark, upon returning home, sees Cody's pictures on the wall and asks Jessie what she is up to. He suggests her actions are wrong because they lead to abuse and take out the pictures. Frustrated, Jessie speaks out to Mark, asking him not to let Sean be taken away from her once again. This response makes Mark furious, and he leaves, saying that it's not fair. The next day, Tate, a school bully, tries to confront Cody in the morning, but Cody pushes him back, and Annie takes Cody to class. Later, Annie sees Cody hurting himself in class to stay awake. After the class ends, the teacher asks Cody if he should visit the nurse, but Cody sees Tate waiting outside and requests to stay in class. However, Cody falls asleep in class when Tate visits him. Apparently, the canker man grabs him while Annie, who is witnessing it, screams out loud. Cody walks out of the school and asks Jessie to go home as soon as possible. It's worth noting that the police are inquiring about Tate from Annie's father. As night falls, Jessie notices the coffee jar is empty, whereas it's Cody who is making coffee and cold water in his room to stay awake. Some time later, Cody in his bed feels something strange under his bed and looks through his torch. He gets up and sees a horrible creature, resembling Tate, which scares him off his bed. On the other side, Jessie wakes up and sees Sean in front of her, but Sean keeps saying "I'm awake." Meanwhile, Cody is grabbed by the creature under his bed and screams out loud. However, once Sean disappears, thankfully, Jessie hears Cody screaming and goes into his room. Jessie then visits the doctor the next day, who suggests medication for Cody's sleep. Meanwhile, Mark drops Cody at school where they meet Detective Brown and Officer Murray, who ask about Tate's incident. Mark comes home with Cody and tells Jessie that the police came asking about the school's tragedy. Cody tries to divert the conversation, but Mark sends him to set the table. But at night, Jessie uses the sleeping pills she got from the doctor in the morning, in Cody's cup of milk to make him sleep. Mark wishes him good night and Cody is set to sleep right away. While the Hobsons are going to their room, they see Sean again, but Sean is acting differently this time. Suddenly he turns into the canker man. Mark runs to wake up Cody, but he can't as Cody has taken pills. Jessie comes running behind Mark, telling him that Cody won't wake up for a while. Mark slaps Cody so hard that he wakes up for a moment and goes back to sleep right away. In a failed attempt to stop it, the canker man comes into the room and grabs Mark. Jessie, trying to save Cody, is pushed away and faints. When she gets up, she sees Cody calling 911. The police show up around evening time, asking about the occurrence, where they believe Jessie is responsible for everything that has occurred. This situation arose because Cody had been tranquilized. They return Cody to the orphanage, as demanded by Jessie, yet they show no dithering and leave. Jessie understands her mistake, realizing how she tried to save one but lost two. Losing Mark brings her to tears. Nevertheless, Jessie begins going through Cody's past. She takes documents from the orphanage and searches for his foster parents. Then, she meets with Whelan, asking about Cody, the man we saw at the start of the film. Whelan talks about Cody's fantasies coming true and then shares his own past. He talks about the time he spent with his wife, Catherine, and one night when the canker man came and took her away. Whelan tried doing the same as Jessie, showing Cody pictures of Catherine and making Cody sleep so Whelan could meet with his wife. However, it drove Whelan mad, and he started hating Cody because Catherine was only a reflection, not a real person. Surprisingly, Whelan suggests to Jessie that killing Cody is the only way to escape, but Jessie straightforwardly refuses. On the other side, Cody is seen saying that he hasn't slept in the past 2 days at the orphanage. However, the doctors forcefully use a tranquilizer to make him sleep. Meanwhile, Jessie arrives at the orphanage at night, witnessing Cody's nightmares everywhere. She hears Sean in the orphanage's bathtub filled with blood. The creature tries to play with Jessie's mind by depicting Sean drowning in the tub. Jessie diverts her thoughts and continues forward. She witnesses Mark along the way. Seeing him half dead doesn't stop her, she stays strong and proceeds further until the canker man confronts her. As it approaches Jessie, she shows a butterfly pillow to it, and it stops. Jessie hugs the canker man, and it starts shrinking, eventually becoming Cody and disappearing. Jessie comes to Cody and takes him home, however, Somehow Jesse has found Cody's mother's whereabouts and tells Cody about his mother who died of cancer. Jesse keeps Cody close to her from then on and promises not to repeat what she did in the past days. Jesse tells Cody a bedtime story, depicting all the people who were eaten by the canker man, becoming close to their dearest ones as a happy ending. However, as the film comes to an end, Cody, while awake, spawns a butterfly, depicting how he overcame his curse. Don't forget to subscribe as this encourages us to make more videos daily. It also helps with the YouTube algorithm. Please, like, share, and subscribe. We love you and we'll see you in the next video.